So you're thinking about buying the BGA. Well, it's a great way to take your manure, silage, slurry, and cut sugar beets and make some extra money. Oh, with a price tag of over $1 million, is it a good investment? Let's find out. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the biogas plants to see if they are a good investment here in Farming Simulator 25. Let's not waste any time and jump straight into the spreadsheet. First two columns you can see here are the input and the peak easy input sell price. You got 4 different items that you can put here into the base game BGAs. Those are the manure, silage, slurry, and cut sugar beets. You can also see the values associated with each of those, and those are if you're going to sell those items for 1,000 liters each. You can see right here, manure is $110, silage $363, slurry is $110 again, and cut sugar beets at $766. Now, each of these values are on easy economy once again, and they're the peak price because you're not going to sell your stuff for rock bottom dollar. You're going to sell it when it's the most expensive. If you're playing on normal economy, you're going to see 60% of the values here shown on this screen. And if you're playing on hard economy, you're going to see 33%. The next two columns are your input quantity per cycle and your input value per cycle. So let's take the first recipe. Manure, you're going to be able to put 1,010 liters into each cycle, and that's valued at $111.10. The next two columns here are the output and the peak easy output sell price. As you can see, you're going to have 3 different things that are going to be produced from your manure. It's going to be electric charge, methane, and digestate, and the value of those per 1,000 liters is $1,050, $1,350, and $110. The next two columns here are your output quantity per cycle and your output value per cycle. As you can see, electric charge, you're going to get 606 units of electric charge, and that's going to be worth $636.30. Now, your cycles per month are going to be consistent. Doesn't matter which recipe you run, and that's going to be 24. And your production cost per month is also going to be consistent at $302. Doesn't matter which recipe you have turned on. If you keep a facility full and running for an entire month, how much can you expect to make? Well, if we take a look at the manure once again, you're going to be able to make about $15,000 just on the electric charge that you're going to be able to make. You're going to make a little bit over $1,000 on the methane. And then if you were to take and sell all of the digestate that is produced, it's going to be about $2,100 in value. But let's say you didn't want to actually run this facility and you're thinking, well, maybe I'm just going to sell the manure and see how much that is worth. Well, if you take the amount that it would take to keep this facility running for an entire year, you would only make about $2,700. And you can see for the silage recipe, it would actually be about $37,000. That's a pretty good amount of money. But how much additional revenue are you going to be able to make every single month if you actually run it through one of these biogas plants right here? You can see this next column, and for your silage, it would actually be almost $38,000 extra money instead of just selling the silage off by itself. Now, silage is a really good money maker, but if you ran it through this biogas plant right here, you're going to make almost $38,000 extra every single month. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, the price tag on one of these facilities is not cheap. For the biogas plant right here, it's $1,180,000. That is by far the most expensive production facility that we have here in Farming Simulator 25. How long would it take to actually pay that amount back off? Well, it'd be about 15.8 months if you're running the silage recipe. And then the cut sugar beets, it's going to be 127. Basically, you're never going to make your money back on that if you are using it just for sugar beet cut only. Now, the good news is you are able to reduce that amount of time a little bit because you can run all the recipes at the exact same time because this is a full production facility. That means that you're going to be able to get max productivity out of each one of these recipes, even if you have them all turned on. Now, how much product are you going to need to put in here to keep this thing running for an entire month? Well, on your manure, it's a little bit over 24,000. On your silage, it's almost 102,000. On your slurry, a little bit over 24,000 again. And then on your cut sugar beets, it's only about 12,000 liters. Since digestate is the only thing that you're actually able to collect using one of these recipes, how much are you going to be able to get on the output per month? Well, for manure and slurry, it's going to be almost 22,000 liters. For your silage, though, it's going to be almost 92,000 liters. And then your cut sugar beets, it's almost 11. Not only is the benefit of being able to use the biogas plant to be able to make a lot of money, but you can actually take that digestate and use it to fertilize your fields. I did a test over here on field number 25. It's roughly about 8 acres. And whenever I put down digestate here on this field, it took about 46,000 liters of digestate to be able to fertilize this one time. And that means that to be able to fertilize this field twice using digestate, it would only be 1 month of supply if you're using the silage recipe. Now, if the price tag of $1,180,000 is a little bit expensive for you, let me go and show you the other two options that you have here as well. You've got a 250 kilowatt biogas plant, and then you have a 99 kilowatt biogas plant as well. You can see the price tags on those are $875,000 or $435,000. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get the same amount of product coming out or even the revenue generated that you would with the large one. If you end up going with a 250 kilowatt, it's going to be cut in half. And if you end up using the 99 kilowatt biogas plant, it's only going to be 20% of what you can receive out of the 500 kilowatt. So in summary, if you're willing to spend the money on one of these biogas plants, I think they are a great way to be able to make a lot of money if you're running the right recipe, or you just use it to be able to create fertilizer for your fields, and then you make your money off all of your crops. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53 signing off.